Welcome to Red Tab Union, where military history unfolds, one thread at a time. Today, we ponder the question, why did the US fail in Afghanistan? The United States' failure in Afghanistan can be attributed to a combination of strategic missteps, unrealistic objectives, and a flawed understanding of the complex socio-political dynamics within the region. One definitive factor contributing to the US defeat is the lack of a clear and achievable mission from the outset. The primary goal of eliminating Al-Qaeda and dismantling the Taliban regime, responsible for harboring terrorists, initially held merit. However, as the mission evolved, the US found itself entangled in nation-building efforts and attempting to reshape Afghan society. The ambitious objectives of fostering a Western-style democracy, eradicating corruption, and implementing comprehensive governance exceeded the realistic scope of military intervention. Another crucial factor is the underestimation of the insurgency's resilience and the failure to grasp the intricacies of Afghan tribal and ethnic dynamics. The US military intervention faced a determined and adaptable adversary in the Taliban, which capitalized on local grievances, tribal affiliations, and historical resistance to foreign occupation. The absence of a nuanced understanding of Afghan society led to a mismatch between US strategies and the ground realities. Moreover, the protracted nature of the conflict strained the patience of the American public and policymakers. The lack of a clearly defined exit strategy and measurable benchmarks for success undermined domestic support for the war. The absence of a cohesive and sustained effort to win the hearts and minds of the Afghan people further eroded the legitimacy of the US presence. The failure to effectively address the issue of corruption within the Afghan government and security forces exacerbated the challenges. The US relied on Afghan partners who, in many instances, proved unreliable or were plagued by corruption, hindering the establishment of stable governance. In essence, the US defeat in Afghanistan stems from a combination of unrealistic objectives, insufficient understanding of the local dynamics, and a lack of strategic coherence. The absence of a well-defined and achievable mission, coupled with a failure to adapt to the evolving nature of the conflict, ultimately led to an outcome that fell short of US expectations.